Adrian Peterson recently was quoted as saying that, you know what, I'm from Palestine. He is from Palestine, Texas. That is a real place. And, you know, I'd maybe like to see my career end with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, let me read you what he said, and then you could see if there's some criticism that should be there for Adrian Peterson. Here's what he said. I'd be a liar if I said it's something that hasn't crossed my mind before. But I've also said to myself, it would be so amazing to be one of those players who stays with one team his entire career. It would be good if I could do that. But being from Texas, I've always wondered, wow, it would be cool to play in Dallas, to play back home, or to play in Houston. So very quickly, when you hear that from Adrian Peterson, what do you think?
I think that's totally fine. I mean, Adrian Peterson, my God, so in the last game, he carried the ball 35 times for 211 yards, or something like that. He has given everything he has to the Minnesota Vikings.
Absolutely.
He tore out his knee, and he came back in record-shattering time, and then, almost broke the NFL record the next year. That is giving your heart and soul to that team. So to the extent that he, daydreams about playing for the team that he grew up admiring as a child, as a boy, there's no harm in that. And if you're crying about that as a Minnesota Vikings fan, well, you're a loser. Right? You can't have everything your way. And if Peterson decides he's going to somehow screw over the Vikings by, let's say, holding out and forcing a trade, that's one thing. But here, he is just kind of daydreaming, and it's just kind of like wistful thinking. Nothing wrong with that.
So he's 28 years old. He is an MVP of the league. In 2011, he signed a 7-year, I believe it's not even close, 7-year, $96 million contract. So by the time that's up, he's going to be into his mid-30s. Will he be able to? I mean,
I don't think so, because the style of running, he punishes his tacklers. He doesn't shy away from the tackle.
Not at all.
And I don't understand how he hasn't broken down already. I guess he did, for a little while. He tore his ACL. But
then he ran for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I just don't see him lasting that long. I mean, I wish he would, and I hope he does. And I hope after he retires, he's healthy and not suffering from any kind of head injuries or any long lingering effects. But I just don't see how he can maintain this pace. I mean, he's the workhorse back. He's probably the last one in the NFL. Who else in the NFL gets this kind of workload?
Matt Forte, Jamal Charles.
Not like this.
Well, they get the workload out of the backfield, not necessarily running, but catching the ball. They're involved in a lot of offensive plays.
Right.
But you're saying traditional running?
No, in terms of the amount of contact that he takes during the game, in terms of how many times he faces a stacked box, how many times they go to him when the entire world that is watching knows he's going to get the ball, and he gets it anyway. I mean, he gets brutalized. I just don't see how he can keep this up. And Jamal Charles, I mean, maybe he plays just as many snaps, but a lot of times, they roll him out to the flat for a quick little pass. He scampers 6-7 yards, and he goes out of bounds. I mean, that's good. I mean, I don't want him taking the kind of punishing hits.
Sure.
But Peterson doesn't have that luxury. I mean, if you're the defense, are you going to focus on Peterson or Matt Castle or Christian Ponder?
Well, if you're the Bears, you would have liked to have focused on Matt Castle. He absolutely torched them. In the second half, he had over 200 passing yards.
Well, I think Peterson set that up.
He may have, but it's still Matt Castle.